What's going on, YouTube? Dorito here with Bill, our bike mechanic. And today we got ourselves the Tao Motor Phoenix 150 scooter. And this is Ephraim's scooter. And we're going to do, you want to make sure when you get these things on the road, you want to do a complete safety check. You want to do an oil and everything. This isn't just a toy. This is a scooter. This is something you want to get out and ride and have a good time on. So Bill's going to go ahead and check everything over while he changes the oil. And I'll hand this over to him right now. So let's get on with it.
All right, so we're going to start the oil change now. All you're going to need is a 17mm wrench and something to drain your oil in. So right below the dipstick, there's a 17mm drain plug right here. Crack it loose, and be careful when you take the drain plug out, because there's a spring and there's an oil filter. So just catch it in your hand. And we're just going to let it drain right now. We'll get back with you. That wasn't good. Now we're going to go ahead and let the oil drain out. And while that's draining out, I'm going to go ahead and do a safety check on the whole bike. Tighten up all the nuts and bolts. Make sure everything's to spec. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to put our drain plug back in. Well, you got an oil filter here with a spring. You got to make sure this goes in first, and then your drain plug. We just tightened up our drain plug. We're going to grab some oil and a oil filter. We're going to run a STP 1040 for the GY6 motor. You don't need a wet clutch. So any good motor oil will work. And we're going to put about 3/4 of a quart in to start out with.
All right, guys. We put in 3/4 of a quart. We've ran it. Now Bill's going to check the oil level so we can check it and make sure it's topped off. All right. So it took 3/4 of a quart. As you guys can see, you drain the oil. Make sure you get that filter and spring right as well. Bill did go over the whole bike and did a safety check, as you guys can see. And after your next oil change, go ahead and go over everything again as well. Wouldn't you agree, Bill?
Yeah, you want to make sure every nut and bolt, every screw is tight and snug, because these things are plastic. They rattle a little bit. It's going to happen. It happens with every bike. So just go through and snug it. It takes 5 minutes to do it. You don't want to lose no screws and bolts on the freeway or on the road. So it don't take that much time to do it.
Yep. And the other thing too, be sure to get a good helmet and be safe. Go over all your rules and regulations of the road, and this would be a fun little ride. So I want to thank you guys for watching Luch Mob, and don't forget to come back, and thank you, Bill. I appreciate it, my brother, for the oil change. Don't forget to come back to Dorito, Lucha Cabre, and the Luch Mob. Peace.